Great day, kings and queens. Yeah. Welcome to another conversation with Drew. But this is a magnificent Monday. It's such an honor, to share this gift with you guys. Truly a pleasure, to share the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that I've gained through these experiences that's causing me to become the best version of myself. It's truly amazing, that I know that this information, what it is that that we've been fed, and what I've learned, will cause you to become the best version of yourself. It's truly a blessing, to share this message, man, of what good is it that I've been, that's been placed in my heart that I was thinking about all weekend. And the reason why I titled it, what good is it? Because of the reality that we've been so conditioned to be able to only love when we're loved, to be able to only smile when we're happy. Truly, what good is that? And I wanted to touch on this, because it was something that came across to me when I was having a conversation over the weekend with a friend. Truly understanding, like, what good is it? What good is it for us to great morning, queens? What good is it for us to only smile and be happy when things are on an up and up? What good is it for us to only find joy in joyful moments? What good is it to only say that you can be happy when things are going your way? What good is it? What good is that smile? What good is that happiness? What good is that joy? Truly. And I had to ask that, because as I look back over my life and I look at all the different scenarios and situations that I've experienced, and people always say, like, man, Drew, you're always smiling, right? I remember when I was about 21 years old, right? And my grandmother was over at the house at the time, and I was just experiencing some different things as a young king, and she said to me, she said, Drew, she said, baby, what's going on? And and I shared what I was dealing with, and she was just like, Drew, she was like, don't allow that to stress you out. She said, because if it's stressing you out, it's destroying you internally, and I can see it externally. But she said, make sure that you just always stay happy and you always stay smiling, right? And that resonated with me, because what she was saying was, Drew, what good is it to always be happy, or what good is it to smile when everything is perfect and everything is going right? There's no real value in that. Yes, it's cool. I mean, yes, and it's applaudable, but the reality of it is really, what good is it for you to only find joy in joyful moments? What good is it for you to only find happiness in happy moments? What good is it for you to only have a smile on your face when things are perfect? No, it's powerful, it's significant, it's of importance for you to be able to smile and be happy and find joy and peace in the midst of the worst times. Why? Because then your joy is being tested. Then your happiness is being tested. Then that smile is being tested. It's truly significant to be able to find a smile and keep a genuine smile on your face when you are being tested. That is when it matters. Not when everything is perfect. Not when everything is peachy, not when you just got that raise at work, or not when your relationship is going great, or not when your friendship is popping, or not when you're able to go out and purchase a new shoes or new cars or new home. That's not when you're supposed to be able to smile, when your smile is being tested. When your smile is being tested, when your smile truly matters, is when you are going through the worst situation. When your mortgage needs to be paid and you don't know how you're going to pay it. When your relationship is on the rocks. When your children may not be acting right. When every situation seems to, when you turn left, it seems like it won't go right. I'm telling you now that's when it matters. That's when it matters for you to smile. That's when it matters for you to find joy. That's when it matters for you to find peace. Why? Because I'm living it. I'm living it. I'm one of the greatest examples of it. Everybody sees me every morning and they always say, man, Drew, I love your smile. Drew, you always lighting up and showing off 32. Drew, blah, 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 blah. But what y'all didn't realize is that nothing has been perfect since I've been doing this. Matter of fact, things have gotten worse since I've been doing this. But the thing is that I learned that regardless of where I was and regardless of the situation that I was facing, the true test was, Drew, can you stay smiling? That smile that everybody enjoys, that smile that you use all day, every day, can you stay consistent with that smile? And I've seen the impact. I've gotten inboxes just about a freaking smile. Just about a smile. You know what I mean? Because I realized and I recognized that it didn't matter, right? It didn't matter that I things were going good or things weren't. It didn't matter. What I recognized is that what I needed to be, what I was given from birth, was a smile. And if I can just smile and help somebody to show people that, man, regardless of where you are, regardless of the circumstances, just smile, just keep smiling, then I knew that I was able to give them something that was genuine, something that can be instant and life-changing. So I say to you, kings and queens, is that just don't smile when things are happy. That ain't real. That's not real. Don't just smile when things are going your way. Just don't smile when things are perfect. Smile in that hard time. Smile in the face of adversity, and then you can truly test the genuine of your smile. Smile when everything seems to be going chaotic. Then you can check the authenticity of your smile. Smile right now, kings and queens. You understand me? Because it doesn't matter what you are experiencing. See, what it is that I learned that the situation that I was experiencing and that I was facing, the adversity, I learned that it was temporary. And then in addition to that, I also learned that with every great blessing comes great adversity, right? And the reason why that is because what good is it, again, for you to have this amazing blessing if you don't even know the true value of it? If you don't even know the true importance and significance of it, what good is it? It has to be met with some type of adversity in order for you to truly appreciate it and cherish it. This is how you smile in the midst of your storm. This is how you smile in the midst of your setback. This is how you smile and keep going in the midst of every circumstance and situation that seems to be coming against you. It's actually working for you, right? So let's talk about this faith piece, right? This is another one, man. What good is it to have faith after you got the blessing? What good is it to have faith after things worked out for you? What good is it to have faith when things are perfect? What good is it to have faith when nothing seems to be going wrong? Faith is used when you can't see anything going right. Faith is supposed to be used when everything is going wrong. Faith is supposed to be used when you want to go to that next level in life. What good is it to smile and have faith when everything is perfect, kings and queens? I'm telling you, I understand now the true essence of what faith means. When I was facing a mandatory minimum of 10 years, a maximum of 20 to life, and all I had was faith. I didn't have money to buy a great attorney. I didn't have, the circumstance and the situation that was absolutely perfect. No, all I had was faith. I was a young 22, 23-year-old young man facing a mandatory minimum of 10 years, a maximum of 20 to life. What good is it if I had faith before? No, I had to have faith then. I had to believe then. Because why? Because my faith was being tested. That's what you have to understand, kings and queens, is that what good is it to smile and have faith and when everything is perfect? It's nothing. When you are able to smile and have faith in the midst of everything that's going on, that's when it becomes valuable. Faith is believing in something that you cannot see and speaking it until it comes into existence. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. The things that the faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. I'm telling you, kings and queens, that when you understand the importance of these principles, when you understand the importance of these characteristics, you learn how to do them every single day, effortlessly. It becomes a habit. It becomes a way of life. See, people, this is what's so crazy, right? Is because we're growing up in a society that tells you to only love people who love you, to only have faith after you get the product, to only smile when everything is perfect. What value is it to be able to only love people who love you? What value is that? What value is it to only love a person when they're doing you right? What value is it? What good is that? And that's what we have to understand, that when you really consciously get this and you are able to conceptualize what I'm saying, your life will change forever. That's just like this queen who I was talking to, and I shared, a little bit of her testimony. It was so powerful, when we were talking at the gym, and, she was telling me about her marriage and the issues that, she was facing, and, how it just seemed like her husband and her children were against her at the time. I'm talking about amazing spirited woman. You know what I mean? Just a beautiful spirit, just a great woman, right? And the Holy Spirit, ended up telling me, like, listen, love unconditionally. Serve them a platter of unconditional love. See, because again, what good is it to love your husband or to love your children when everything is perfect? When everything is going right, what good is it? You know what I mean? Like, see, most people, again, I always talk about these fake love gurus out here. They'll tell you, like, man, if you ain't being treated right, then you know what I mean? They don't deserve you. And that, man, listen, man, every great product that's ever gone out on the market has always been tested. Every great car that you've ever drove, every great product that you've ever used, every great building that you've ever worked in, it's always been tested before it went out on the market, right? So again, if everything is perfect, if everything is sunny all the time, if everything is just peachy all the time, what good is it for your love or your happiness? It's not being tested yet. See, people are afraid of this. They're afraid of this moment. They're afraid of this type of truth. They're afraid of this type of experience. They're afraid to be this type of person because they want everything to be perfect. See, we grew up on these fairy tale stories and we thought that that's what life was supposed to be about until it smacked us in the face. And see, then your joy was shaken. Your peace was shaken. Your faith was shaken. That smile went into a frown. But see, the reality of it is that that's when that smile was supposed to illuminate the world. That's when that joy was supposed to blossom. That's when that faith was supposed to kick in. To be able to say, like, you know what, regardless of what I'm experiencing, nothing can steal this joy, or nothing can steal this smile, or nothing can steal my faith. Nothing can take this promising future that I have. Nothing can take the positivity from me. I'm going to remain faithful. I'm going to remain joyful. I'm going to remain smiling. I'm going to remain happy. Why? Because what good is it when things are falling apart for you to then lose faith? What good is it when things are falling apart for you to stop smiling? It's not, man. I promise you it's not. When you are able to love when people aren't loving you, when you are able to have faith when everything is falling out from underneath you, when you are able to smile, when you have every single reason to frown, that's when you found something. That's when you found diamonds and gold. That's when you found onyx. That's when you found true treasures. When you kings and queens are able to smile, when you have every reason to frown, when you are operating in faith, when you have every reason to doubt, when you kings and queens are loving, when you have every reason to stop loving. See, we think that these things are emotional. That's what the problem is. We don't understand that this is law. See, what I've learned, kings and queens, is that the reason why I'm going to love you unconditionally, even if you're not loving me unconditionally, the reason why I'm going to do that, because I understand that it's law, right? So law says that if you do it, it has to work for you, right? So it's saying that even if I give you unconditional love and you don't appreciate and then reciprocate unconditional love, see, I'm doing it because of the law, not because of the person. Why? Because I understand that energy that I put out, that energy can't fall short. So if it's you or if it's the next person, that unconditional love has to be given. Why? Because we look at it as like, well, I ain't gonna love unconditionally until I get unconditional love. See, you already failed. Because that means that it's conditional. I'm not going to be happy unless I have a reason to be happy. See, you already failed. Because that made it conditional. Well, I ain't going to smile unless I have a reason to smile. See, that you're already failed because you made it conditional. Things that are unconditional are limitless. They're limitless. We've been taught and we've grown up in a society that have put limits on our mindset. That's why you continue to get limited results. That's why you end up in limited relationships. That's why you end up in limited friendships, because these are laws. These aren't emotions. I didn't know what I was going to get when I was facing a mandatory minimum of 10 years, a maximum of 20 to life. On a natural level, I didn't know. I had never been in a situation like that. I had never been facing time like that. But see, I knew that at that moment, I had to express faith because that's all I had. So I had to experience that to be able to share with you today. Like, listen, it does not matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what you're facing. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. Stay smiling, stay loving, and stay faithful. And I'm telling you, kings and queens, that you have the ability to be able to show people things that they've never seen before. People always look at me and they wonder how I do it, because I understand that it's law. If I operate in faith when nothing seems to be going right, that energy that I'm giving, that faith that I'm exuding, it has to fall on something. It can't fall flat. If I'm operating in unconditional love and I'm loving people regardless if they deserve what we believe or feel they deserve to be loved. If I'm operating in unconditional love, even if they don't receive it or even if they don't understand it, it's not going to fall flat. It's a law. It's going to fall on someone. It's going to fall on something. I'm telling you, kings and queens, man, y'all got to get this work this morning, man. Y'all making me bust a little sweat out chair. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. It's like K Camp and I, right? When the whole B thing started. This is what's so powerful, right? When I tell you to understand law. There was 98 cents in the account. Literally 98 cents in the account, right? And also, let me ask you, man, if you guys can, go to the bottom of y'all screen and hit it, man, and share this with, y'all's friends, man, as we talking, man, I greatly appreciate it, right? But it was 98 cents an account, right? My brother had got this vision about B when he was homeless with absolutely nothing, right? And it was 98 cents in the account when we decided to really launch B, right? Just lost his mother. You know what I mean? It was a way to not only spread what God had placed in him, but also, you know what I mean, to raise some money, right? Now we look at it, you know what I mean, a year and a half later, you know what I mean? We're globally trademarked. We've been in Haiti, you know what I mean? We've been all over the country. We've been on famous people's pages and so forth and so on. We've been now in schools and prison systems and so forth and so on. And so I'm looking at this, and it started with 98 cents. What good was it, right, to have faith after we got the trademark? What good was it to have faith after we went into the schools? What good was it to have faith after we got these contracts? What good was it when the money start rolling in? What good was it to have faith when we finally seen B printed on a shirt? What good was it? The value was in having faith when it was 98 cents in the account. The value was having faith when the brother was homeless. The value was having faith after he just lost his mother. That's where the value of faith was. That's what you have to understand, that it can't fall short. It's a law. It's promises that you have to understand that are guaranteed to you. This is not no Indian giving that, oh, well, if you do it, it's case by case. Like, well, if you love this person, that's the only way you're going to get love. But if you don't love this person, no, it's not case by case. If you got faith this time and faith the next time, no, it's not case by case. It's law. And if you understand that if you smile in the midst of all the reasons you have not to smile, it's law. It's going to keep you smiling. If you have faith in the midst of all the reasons why that you have or that can come against you not to have faith, it's law. It has to work. It has to produce what it is that you're having faith in. If you love unconditionally, when it seems like nobody wants to reciprocate it, it's law. It has to fall on something. It can't fall flat because it's law. That's what you have to understand, kings and queens. It's law. I ask you, if the creator of the universe loved how you love, would you want that love? I ask you again, if the creator of the universe loved you how you have loved in your lifetime, would you want that love? Would you appreciate that love? I guarantee if there was a no button on there, it'll be a whole bunch of no's going across the screen right now. You understand me? If he loved how you loved, would you want that love? And I guarantee most of you are sitting there behind this screen like, man, Drew, you right, I wouldn't. Because you have to understand that love, faith, smiling, joy, peace, these are laws. So when you give them out freely, the thing is that it has to come back to you. It doesn't matter if a person cannot receive it. It doesn't matter if a person cannot appreciate it. The reality is that when you are a cheerful giver of love, when you are a cheerful giver of happiness, when you are a cheerful giver of faith, what you have to understand, kings and queens, is that it has to come back to you. And the beautiful thing is that it always comes back, specially gift wrapped in more. The gift that comes back is always heavier. The gift that comes back is always more abundant. The gift that always comes back is always more fulfilling. It's law. It's law. That's why you have to smile in the midst of your storm. That's why you have to have faith in the midst of your situation. That's why you have to stay loving in the midst of everything when it seems like nobody is loving you. It's law. There's 3 things I want you to always remain doing. Smile, 1. Serve, 2. And study, 3. Now, with this little bit of time I got left, I'm going to share with you why. 1, smile. Because what you understand is that no man or woman gave you that smile. The creator of the universe gave you that smile. Therefore, don't allow anyone or anything to ever take that away from you. Smiling feels good. It takes more energy to frown than it does smile. Smiling is natural, frowning is not. Smiling is beautiful, frowning is not. So always remain smiling regardless of what it is, because you never know who needs your smile. You never know how you can impact somebody's life with a simple smile. So always remain smiling. 2, serving. What I've learned about this principle of serving has been one of the most significant things that I've ever accomplished in life. Most significant thing that I've ever learned in life. Because I recognize that when you don't have something, or you feeling like there's a lack of something in your life that you desire, when you serve that to somebody, I guarantee you by law that it comes back tenfold, 20, 30, 60, 100-fold. It shows your fortitude. It shows your greatness when you are able to serve in the midst of being weak, in the midst of being let down, in the midst of being lied to, in the midst of being beat on, in the midst of feeling like you have nothing left and you still serve. I guarantee, kings and queens, the promise that is over your life, the reward, the gift that comes back to your life is far greater, more significant than you've ever imagined. Serve. Find your unique gift, find your purpose, and serve it in the midst of everything that you go through, and it frees you. You have to understand, the reason why I come before you guys every single day, every single morning, is because I understand that I was giving something to serve. So it doesn't matter what I went through last night. It doesn't matter what I went through minutes before. It does not matter. What I understand is that when I give this to you, something is brewing up over here. Something is brewing up over here that has to come back and rush me and level me by somebody or something. It's law. It can't fail. I'm not doing this predicated on what you do for me. I'm not doing this predicated on your likes or your loves or your donations. I'm doing this predicated on the law, and by law, somebody has to love me. Somebody has to like me. Somebody has to pour back into me. Somebody has to donate to me. Somebody has to give to me. Why? Because it's simple law. So continue to serve in the midst of everything. And the last piece is studying. This is one of the most challenging pieces for us. I've learned over the last 33 years of my life that people who call themselves followers of Christ, believers, Christians, whatever you want to give yourself the title about, whatever you want to title yourself as, have never even attempted nor have read the entire Word of God. That's mind-boggling. The only laws and principles that they ever learned is when they go to service. It's mind-boggling. And the problem with that is that you don't even know the promises that are for you. You don't even know the laws that protect you. You don't even know the principles that cause you to become greater. The information that I give you guys come from me studying, come from me reading. And I'm not just saying the Bible, I'm saying other information, other literature. This is how I'm able to pour out continuously information, because I go and I read it and I download it. But see, the thing is this: what you think about, you bring about. As a man think in his heart, so is he. So if the only thing that you have in your bucket is negativity, if the only thing that you have in your bucket is what you see on a consistent basis, if the only thing that you have in the bucket, that's the only thing that you can draw from, in your desperate moments, in your times of desperation, in your times of discouragement. That's why it's so hard for you to smile in the midst of your situation. That's why it's so hard for you to keep faith in the midst of your, because you don't understand the promise. See, when you know the promise, it makes you keep going. When you know the laws, it makes you keep exercising it. Because you understand the greatness and the magnitude of you simply disobeying the law, or you simply applying the law to life. When you get that, kings and queens, you understand the importance of studying. You understand the importance of downloading information, listening to teachings, listening to audios, reading books. So again, kings and queens, the power is in you. The power was already given to you. The authority was already given to you. But you always have to keep smiling. You always have to keep serving. And you always have to keep studying. Thank you, kings and queens, for tuning in. I pray that this blessed your entire life. I pray that you go and have a magnificent Monday, because I'm already having one. I thank you guys for allowing me to share this gift with you guys. But remember, it's not a look, it's a lifestyle. Because we do this every day, not to impress people, but to leave an amazing impression on the earth. Again, we open this up for donations. Y'all can hit me up at Andrew D. Clayborn at CLAYBORN at gmail.com. The donations is to build something greater than Facebook Live, so that we can truly move across the world and truly be a blessing to people, to really spread the truth to people. You know what I mean? So we need y'all's help. Y'all can inbox me for information or for further instructions, or y'all can DM me. Have a magnificent Monday, kings and queens. Peace.